everyone. This is the Group 2 presentation. The first topic we will present is all about human flourishing. What does flourishing mean? When we talk about flourishing, this is the state of a person where they experience positive emotion, psychological functioning, and a positive social functioning. So let us go back to the main topic. Human flourishing is a Greek and Western concept that is often misinterpreted by an overdeveloped and highly technology society. In other words, this is a self-actualization and fulfillment within the context of a larger community of individuals. Each has the right to pursue his or her own effort. According to Aristotle, this is an end of there is an end of all the action that we perform, which we desire for itself. This is what is known as eudaimonia, flourishing or happiness, which is desired for its own sake, with all other things being desired on its account. Eudaimonia is a property of one's life process, one's life process when considered as a whole. Or we could say that this is the pinnacle of happiness attained by a human. Flourishing is the highest good and of human endeavors and that towards which all action aim. It is a success as a human being. The best life is one excellent human activity. Ernst Friedrich Schumacher is a German British statistician and economist who is known best for proposals for human scalar, decentralized, and appropriate technologies. So Schumacher created an essay about Buddhism economics. He used the religious and moral principle to question human flourishing. He opened the essay with the line, "Right livelihood is one of the requirements of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. It is clear, therefore, that there must such a thing as Buddhist economics, spiritual health, and mental well-being are not enemies. They are natural allies," as Schumacher. Buddhist countries has their own way of living to their faith, to heritage. So they see the conflict between the religious values and economics process with spiritual and material well-being as allies, not an enemy entities. There are always a wrong assumption in the field of the way of economy of the Buddhist countries without even finding what is the truth behind of this. Like how economists assuming that their science is an absolute truth without presupposition. Schumacher says that the source of wealth is human labor. Why? Because Schumacher explained that labor is like letting go of leisure and comfort. Relation to this is the wages. We understand it as the compensation for the sacrifices we made. And in the relation with this, in understanding, there is also two kind of views. First is the employer's invision and output without the employees. While the workforce invasion, it is an income without employment. There are a lot of views that should be considered while we understand the human flourishing. This into the word blesses those who do it and equally their products. They should do what part they're given to in order to get a good productivity. Schumacher claimed in Buddhist economics therefore highlight two things, non-violence and simplicity. Why there are non-violence and simplicity? Because in Buddhist point of view, when it comes to work, there is threefold function. The first is to give a man chance to utilize and develop faculties. Second is to enable him to overcome his egocentredness by taking a part to common tasks, and lastly, to bring forth the good and services needed for becoming existing. This kind of work, organized work, it can start for leisure that is complementary part of living process, and it should be not separated the joy of the work and the bliss for leisure. The mindset represents the central injunction of Buddhism. Cease to evil, try to do good. To for me is that we can say that doing a good work without doing bad things to have a good work and blissful life. Because being a person will always make being a good person will always make everything go to the right position.